Hello everyone and welcome. This is Jane Powers, speaker, consultant, and empowerment coach. I want to take you through the natural laws of the body, mind, and soul based on Dr. Thuman Fleet's Stickman. Fleet's Stickman will provide you with everything you need to take your life to the next level of success. If we came in a box, this would be our instruction manual. It brings order and understanding to the way we create our life. See, the Stickperson helps provide you with structure and a framework for you to access all the ideas, resources, and people to advance in your life. If you apply these principles to your own life, you're going to see results not sometimes, but all the time. Our mind is like a magnet. The more we focus our mind, the stronger the magnetic pull. It's just like the light in the room you're sitting in. That light will cut through steel. It's just laser focus. There's no difference in that light. So applying these principles, the Stickman principles, are going to help you raise the magnification power of your thinking. The Stickman allows you to be aware and move into a different level of thinking. So we want to design a framework by which we think and get results. We're going to create life by design or by default. That's your choice. But the choice you do not have is if you're going to create life or not. Life is based on the thinking patterns of the mind. So let's talk about the mind. The conscious mind, the subconscious mind, and the body. That is the makeup of our system. The conscious mind, it's the educated mind. It's the intellectual mind. It's all of our current thinking. It's our operating system, our paradigms, our past programming. Our conscious mind accepts or rejects ideas and opinions. It has absolute free will, full awareness, and it chooses our thoughts. Decisions are made in the conscious mind. 15% of our thinking is out of the conscious mind. What does that mean? That the remaining of our thoughts, our thinking, comes from the subconscious mind. What is the subconscious mind? The subconscious mind is the emotional mind. It takes everything as truth. Thoughts are created through images in the subconscious mind, and they're also based on our past evidence. See, the subconscious mind has one job and one job only, and that is to do what it is commanded to do. The subconscious mind cannot reject or accept ideas. It's unable to determine fact from fiction. So let's move on to the body. The body is the molecular structure. It is the communication device. The body, it's the material instrument of the mind. The body expresses through action or reaction based on the thinking and signals that it receives. So now that we know and understand the different aspects of the mind, the conscious mind, the subconscious mind, let's look at how that applies to your everyday life. James Allen in As a Man Thinketh wrote, "A person is limited only by the thoughts that he chooses." He also wrote, "The outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to his inner state. Men do not attract that which they want, but that which they are." So the factors that come into play is your mind, is your thinking, and the level by which you operate in those thoughts. So each time you focus on your past or a current condition, you send a stream of thought through the conscious mind to the subconscious mind, and it will find every bit of evidence to prove you're right. So if you're thinking broke thoughts, unhealthy thoughts, alone thoughts, you continue to think those thoughts, that's what will show up in your life. So that's what we call our comfort zone. Our comfort zone is what we've always done, our normal operating procedure, how we've thought, and our habits of our thinking. So the comfort zone is essentially we have an X thought, it moves into the subconscious mind, which controls the ideas, and then moves into action or a feeling tone. So you think X, you do X, and you get X. Same result. Henry Ford said, "Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right." So the key to changing Your outside world is changing your inside world. We need to feed new ideas into the mind, but it doesn't just stop there, because the subconscious mind is used to operating by paradigms in its past. So when you put in a new idea, you've got to support it by consistently feeding the subconscious mind new ways and new ideas. It's like a rinse and repeat. The subconscious mind will only operate by which it is used to and what evidence it has. So here's what we run into. When you get into the new idea and you don't have a structure of support and consistently feeding that mind those new ideas, you run into what's called that terror barrier. Yeah, the terror barrier, what is that? That is good old-fashioned worry, fear, doubt, and I can't. We establish who we are many times based on our past. We are not what's happened to us. We are not what we've done. But we operate according to the statements or the I am statement that we've made about ourselves, how we grew up. I'm the person who. So in order to overcome and move beyond the terror barrier, you must instill a new operating system, download a new way of thinking, structure, patterns that will move you in the direction of your vision and dream. That's the key. Get a vision, an idea, a roadmap for your life. It's a blueprint. It's a blueprint for how you live. We want to challenge your thinking, challenge the X idea, the X thought, the past thought. If you don't pay attention, we're going to create life by default. We're going to fall back into our comfort zone. That's what the terror barrier does. We hit the upper limit. Gay Hendricks writes an incredible book, The Big Leap, talks about the upper limit problem. It'll show up no matter what. I call it the boogeyman. The boogeyman will always show up. It's not if, it is when. So we must get gutsy in our decision, in our commitment to expand our thinking beyond our comfort level, beyond the norm that we've operated by. I invite you to consider a new idea, a new pattern of your thinking. There's nothing like freedom in thought, freedom in ideas, freedom to express what it is you would truly love. Ask yourself that question every day. What would I love? If it weren't for the time, if it weren't for the money, what would I love in my life? How would I love to live my life? Start to design your life, your future. Use your future memory. The White Queen in Alice in Wonderland says to Alice, "What did you do tomorrow?" And Alice says, "Well, I don't know what I did tomorrow. It hasn't come yet." And the White Queen says to Alice, "That's a mighty poor memory that doesn't work in both directions." So use your future memory. Everything is created twice, first in thought and then in the finite. There's no unique idea. There is no dream without that existing already in the world. The world has an infinite supply of resources for you to live full out, to fully live your dream. You know, some people live 90 years and some people live 1 year 90 times. Do not live your life and each day like it's Groundhog Day. Take action and crush your projected goals. Design what it is you would love for your success. Success does not happen to you, it happens through you. So make the shift inside of yourself necessary to set new patterns, create new systems, and think your way to success. With just a little action, you can create momentum that will have you saying, "I love my life." You get up each day motivated, inspired. Start living on purpose today. So this is Jane Powers signing off. Thank you for sharing the time with me, going through the thoughts that create your life. Each day, live fully, laugh freely, love infinitely, and keep creating and keep dreaming.